Hey guys, welcome to the Marketing 101 for Small Business Owners podcast. This is our special series called the Moco Business Buzz, where I get the special opportunity to interview local business owners, hear about their experiences, share a little bit about their company, and get into some marketing, some tactics and strategies we can advise on. So I'm excited this morning to have Ellen Davis with me. So please, Ellen, please share about who you are, what you do for the community.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, of course. My name is Ellen Davis. My company is Life Health Home Insurance Group. I'm an insurance broker and love what I do. I've been doing it a very long time. Our tagline is Life Happens, and we are here to help you prepare for it.
Awesome. 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 Do you have a specific clientele that you focus on or anybody who's living and needs life insurance?
Yes, if you're breathing. So, the types of insurance that we focus on are life insurance, long term care, disability, Medicare supplement, health, and fixed indexed annuities for retirement or for a safer savings process.
Okay.
So, do we have a specific clientele? No, I wouldn't say that because a lot of people have questions about their insurance or about how much
Mhm.
insurance do I need when we're talking about life insurance, or do I really need long-term care and what does it do? Should I take this policy? Should I do that? How do I figure out what I need or what I should do, what makes sense and what's cost effective?
Okay. Okay. Great. And then obviously you're going to stick with them through the journey. So if they
Yeah,
have life changes, they have more children, grandchildren, relocate, change jobs, you kind of are there to adjust accordingly.
absolutely.
Awesome.
I was actually just saying, I've had the same phone number for 29 years. My clients
Okay.
can find me. And I speak to them on a regular basis. Those that want annual reviews or biannual reviews, and it doesn't matter if the policy was written 20 years ago or 20 days ago.
Nice.
So,
Oh, okay. So I
yes, I
like
stay with my clients no matter where they move, how many children they have, or if they don't have children, or we talk about other things, and which is great. A lot of my clients have become friends over the years.
perfect. I love that connection. I
Yeah.
love the ability to be able to just reach out and not get like some random 1-800 number and who knows who I talk to, but yeah, somebody I can build a relationship with.
Well,
That's
thank you.
awesome. Yes, of course, of course. And last question on that would be individuals, is there an option for like as a small business, when I start
Mhm.
getting employees, could I reach out and say, "Hey, I want to give my employees some benefits through you." Is that an option?
Absolutely, absolutely. I focus now in my career on small business. If small businesses need health insurance or specific benefits to offer their employees, group life, even group disability or or long term care, or other benefits that might be available, but it has to be the right choice for the company as well as for
Mhm.
the employees. And what's most important is that for me, and I think for many of the employers, is to make sure that their employees understand what's being offered to them and they understand how it works. A lot of people
Okay.
don't actually know how certain insurances work and what's good and what's not so good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's a lot. When you're not used to that world, there's a lot of different types of insurances, and you need somebody to hold your hand and give you the guidance of which one is right for you in this stage of life. So that's awesome that you're doing that.
thank you.
Awesome. And now I think you mentioned, but let me make sure. Do you started this business yourself, or is this
Mhm.
somebody else's business and you're a part of it?
No, this is my business. I
Okay.
started Life Health Home in 2009. I've been an insurance broker for a very long time, a very, very long time. And
Since you were
so I
11.
started, yeah, I'm only 29, but, I've been in business very, more than that. So I actually, people roll their eyes. Ugh, insurance. Ugh, who wants to deal with insurance? I personally believe that insurance is better than sliced bread. When you
Yes.
understand it, when you know why you're doing it, why you're using it, it's doing what you've set out to do, and it fits within your budget, it is better than sliced bread.
Yeah. I can
So,
imagine it's a lot of people think of it as, oh, that's something I'll need eventually. They don't realize, it's don't always just live in the moment. You got to think for your future, and this is going to protect you one day when you least expect it.
Yeah, something like that. And it's hard. People, they don't want to talk about certain topics, except
Mhm.
when you talk about topics like death. And I'll talk about this really quickly. So I talk to my clients. I don't talk about legal issues. I talk about making sure that they put their legal documents in place, like their
Mhm.
wills and their living wills. And I'm not an attorney. Refer them to attorneys if they don't have one. But what's important about those things is to actually talk. And one of the most important things, I think one of the biggest gifts somebody can give another human being is to be able to tell them what they want and need. So a living will is something that you talk to somebody else. This is what I want if I cannot speak for myself.
Yeah.
And so I joke with them, a lot of people pick one person. All right, that'll be the person that makes the decisions. I'm like, no, you pick three people. Attorneys don't like me because I say you pick three people. Why do you pick three people? Well, the first person's usually a spouse,
Yeah.
possibly,
Yeah.
and they're in crisis. The second person is maybe a parent, even a child, possibly, or a sibling. They're also in crisis. The third person, the tertiary, they're your ride or die. They're the one who's either going to do it or to help your primary do what you've asked them to do that they've agreed to do,
Yeah.
whatever that is, whatever they need. So that's
Okay.
one of the things when you talk about these things, you're giving somebody an incredible gift. There's no second guessing. There's no, oh, what would that person want? Oh, did I make a mistake? And or the guilt that potentially that I have seen carry for the rest of that person's the other person's life. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really important to talk about these things because it happens.
Yeah,
You
and
get
it's
hurt, you get injured, you are disabled, you need extended care. People call it long-term care. I like extended care. It could be acute, meaning a very short term
yeah.
that you need care, or it could be something that's chronic, that either is physical or it could be, a decline in mental acuity, dementia, Alzheimer's.
Mm.
So there are a lot of things to talk about and a lot of things to understand. So
Yeah.
it's a
Awesome.
little bit of a maze.
Yes. And I'm glad you're the one doing this and leading people, because it seems like, yeah, there's definitely a potential of people not to care as much and be able to just focus on the numbers. And so we need people like you that really focus on the people. And that's helpful. And I know you touched on, it's obviously a very touchy subject, and it's,
Mhm.
we're talking about death or, extended care, which is not
Mhm.
everybody's favorite topic. So
Right.
with that being said, and all the years that you've had in your company, what are some of the marketing successes that you've had over the years? Some of the things that you've tried marketing wise that actually worked for you?
Okay, so we're going to talk about what worked. That's good.
Yes.
Um, one of the best things that I think I have ever done is um, making sure that I talk to my clients
Mm.
on a regular basis. That is probably my best marketing tool, is setting up, reaching out to them and saying, hey, let's just catch up. Let's do an annual review, or a biannual review. Let's double check that everything's in place, everything's correct, spellings, addresses, whatever. Um, that's hands down my best marketing that I have ever done, because they're talking. They're
Yeah.
I'm making a connection, and it's that depth of relationship.
Yes.
Um, remembering their birthdays.
I love it.
Now with some animation, you can send out, an email birthday greeting that, has fireworks, and it's movement. And I have gotten a lot of positive responses from that, as opposed to just getting a static email that says happy birthday, maybe with
Yeah.
a cute picture on it, but something that's more vibrant, that moves. I this year is one that I did that, where on birthdays they would get an email in it, and it's a GIF, so it's animated, and so I've gotten a
Yeah.
lot of positive feedback about that. So That's also been very powerful. Very basic things, if you think about it. You pick up the phone, you talk to somebody, you send somebody a reminder, hey, I'm thinking of you
Yep.
on this day. It's an important day. You were born this day. Happy birthday. Those are probably the two best things, and they don't cost a lot of money.
Yeah. Just
Um,
takes the heart and just time to remember to do it.
yeah,
I applaud you for that. I always try to recommend to my clients to do that more often, because yeah, it's those connections, it's the personal relationship you have. That's
yeah.
awesome. All right, so now
And
go
it's
ahead.
funny because writing a birthday card back in the day is what we used to do. Write a birthday card and send it. And I'm sure people get birthday cards or holiday cards, and that they're pre-made. Nobody's really signing them, or somebody other than that person is.
Is it? Yeah,
Great, but I think more of an individualized touch when you can do it
yeah.
makes the
It makes
difference.
life. It does. It does. It does. And it's again, it shows attention and it shows that you care and that you're thinking of them. And that's the most important thing. It's not salesy at all, but it is in a way, like you're saying, marketing, because you're just reminding them of your existence,
Mm-hmm.
um, on a day that means a lot to them. So that's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. All right.
Can I share one other thing?
Yeah.
So when you create a contact for
Yep.
somebody that you're doing business with, you usually put in their name, phone number, their company, their title, their email. So people that I don't know for a long period of time, maybe a new client, and even though I'm absolutely unforgettable, in a couple of months they may say, I talked to this person. Who was this person I spoke to about insurance? So instead of having them put my name in their contact list as Ellen Davis, Life Health Home Insurance Group, I have them put in Insurance Ellen Davis.
Got
Because
it.
when they're thinking about it and they're starting to, what was that person's name? And it's about insurance, all they have to do is start typing insurance, and my name will come up and they'll be able to remember. That I have done over the last 3, 4 years, and that has also been a very successful process for people. Again, not that I'm forgettable, but to help, because along the way people forget, who did I use to clean, or who did I use to do my lawn? And you need those reminders because there's so much information
Yep.
coming your way every single day.
I mean, I'm guilty of it right. Even right now, when I was doing my introduction, I had to glance down. I was like, what's her last name again? Even though I know I just emailed you, but I'm like on the spot. Oh, crap.
That's quite all right.
It happens. I mean, people
Yes.
today we meet. Our community is so much larger now. We meet and interact with so many more people, especially if you are in the business world and you're networking. You
Hmm.
network with people all the time, and so
Right.
to remember everybody's name. But I like that idea of putting it in as your industry first. That's why
Hmm.
you're going to remember the industry and why you wanted to talk to them. But yeah,
Right.
their names probably second. So I love that idea. I love that tip. I'll start using it myself.
Yeah, I mean tags. People. I tend to put things tags,
Yep.
and where did I meet them? What do they do? It's not enough sometimes.
Yep. Sometimes you need
So
a little bit extra visual reminder. Oh, there it
right,
is.
right.
Awesome. All right, now on the same note, let's talk about some of the struggles you've had marketing. Anything that you've tried that either failed or maybe there's something you wanted to do and just couldn't get it off the ground.
So generally, I don't buy swag. I'm a small business. I know what I do with swag. I love swag, by the way. I do. I pick up all the swag that I can, but I
Yeah.
also know what I do with swag. So when COVID began, before vaccinations, there was a new product that I saw, which was a touch tool, which you now can find in stores. And I thought to myself, wow, that's pretty impressive. It's something you
Hmm.
can put on your keychain. Somebody could have it. They can. There was a hook. You can open up a door. You could touch buttons. You didn't have to put gloves on your hand, and you just take a wipe and you clean it. This is when everybody was didn't know what was happening. We were all
Yeah.
masked and gloved and using, you know, disinfectant
And
and I mean, we're doing that now and we're getting more into it. So I ordered personalized touch tools. They
Okay.
were adorable and great. And they came in a pouch with, I could put my card in there. And so I wrote, every single one of my clients got a letter, a touch tool. On some letters, I would write handwritten notes, to that person and mailed those out. That was an expensive piece
Okay.
because the amount that I had to buy, the
Mm-hmm.
postage because of the weight, the
Yeah.
package that I had to ship it in, um, was that successful. I have a few clients that still have them on their keychains. Do they use them though? No.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did my other clients use them? So after it was sent, I thought to myself, well, are they using them? Do they look at them? Does it mean anything to them? And ultimately, it was a a great process for me to understand what does work and what doesn't. That was okay. It was, but it wasn't a great market. It didn't do anything marketing wise. Or for some clients it does help because they
Yeah.
still use it or they still have it, but very few. I mean, the return on investment was nothing, I would say. Zero.
I would say let's see. Do you remember how much you spent?
Several $1,000s between postage and the
Okay.
product.
Okay. Let's say if even if now, I mean, and because sometimes there's no real way to know how
Right.
somebody found you. So let's say hypothetically speaking, five of those resulted in somebody having lunch with somebody and them saying, "Oh, you want to borrow mine?" And they use it like, "Oh, what is this? What's this company?" If five people did that, would that have returned, I guess, the money spent?
Depends on what we were doing. Yes, absolutely. I'd have to say sure if somebody came to me and needed something that I could fulfill, a type of insurance. Some, yes, would absolutely pay it, and perhaps I did. And you're right, I wouldn't have known. They
Yeah,
might say, "Oh, I came recommended from this person," because most of my clients come from prior clients, existing clients.
I love
Um,
word of mouth.
because my business is mostly word of mouth at this
Yeah.
point. And one other one, I had an ad in the Beacon for specifically for Medicare, one of the lines of insurance and long term care, though it listed disability and life and et cetera, but it was specifically for Medicare and long term care. And from that, I didn't write business directly, but I
Mhm.
do know the people that came to me with questions. And my first question to them is, why aren't you calling your broker who wrote the policy? And
Mm.
the answer across the board is, I don't even know who that is. I never
Oh,
spoke to them afterwards,
yeah,
which breaks my heart. It really does, because you need to know what's happening. You
yeah,
need somebody that, so I was able to help them and answer their question, even though I'm not their broker. So in that respect, did I make financial gain? No, but emotional ROI is as important as financial ROI.
yeah. I
So
tell people I forget the statistics, and I know they're out there when it comes to marketing little gadgets and stuff you get. It's not, I mean, you want something that's practical, that's going
mhm,
to be in people, that people are actually going to use, or at least not use, have around visibly for them or somebody else who comes to their house or that they engage with to see it. But the return you usually get, it's you have to calculate it. It's like how much money if only like if I buy 100 pieces and only five of them result in business for me, does that equal or expand the amount we spent on the
right,
original price for the product? And that's kind of how you make the decision on which pieces to go with.
right,
Um, so yeah, I don't do many, because I'm business to business. I don't do many tables anymore. When I first started my business, I was like, oh, there's an expo, I'm going to have a table. And then I realized, wait, I'm selling to other businesses and I'm talking to a bunch of community people, and I'm like, why am I here? And so I also stopped buying a bunch of little items, and now, but I do buy items for my clients. I
right,
have less clients than you do. You probably have a lot more individual clients. I have a few companies throughout the year.
Hmm.
So it's more economical for me. But that's where I started investing. Like, okay, 6 month anniversary gifts for clients, and then my Christmas, holiday season packages. Those are more the investment, even though they're already existing clients.
Hmm.
The likelihood of them continuing to do business and or referring me goes higher when I show that value there. So yeah.
Absolutely. I would agree with you on that. And as you said that, of course, the items I bought were not for non-clients. They were all for clients.
Nice. Yeah.
So they were already existing clients, and I did buy excess. So literally everyone on my block also got one. My neighbors all got them because it was
Yeah.
a very scary time for people.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That was a good,
That makes a lot of sense.
yeah. And that was a good practical item that was helpful for that time, which I'm sure there's probably still people out there, using them here and there, not as many, but that was a good choice for that time
Yeah.
to meet that need. So yeah.
I have a couple which I might have to take back out because of the upcoming winter. Who knows what's going to
Yeah.
happen?
Bring them out for like different networking events. Give them
Yeah,
to like our Girl Power Montgomery group that we go to.
it's a great
That's
idea. I'll hand them out.
yeah.
Fabulous.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking your time to talk with me, being a part of the show. Please let people know how they can connect with you, do business with you, be your friend.
Okay, thank you. So Ellen Davis, my email address is edavis at lifehealthhome.com. The website is lifehealthhome, www.lifehealthhome.com.
Okay.
Phone number is 301 728 5505.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much again. And I will see you around town. Thanks,
Philippa, thank
everybody.
you so much.
Yes,
It was
awesome. Thank
lovely.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm glad it's less not intimidating and,
Oh,
not
no.
scary.
It's like having a conversation with a friend and we're just talking. And I love that. And, it's about a topic that I love.
Yes. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Well, I look forward to getting to know you more. Thank you again. And you guys keep listening to the podcast. Every Wednesday, we have educational marketing business strategy content. And I'll try as many Fridays as I can to do these conversations with you.
Terrific. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.